All right, guys, the Phoenix Suns defeat the Utah Jazz. This was an interesting one for Utah, and a win for the Suns is as good as you can expect for this Suns team right now as they kind of head towards trade deadline. Let's talk about it. It's the Hoops Nerd Show. All right, guys. First off, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video. If you're an NBA fan or especially a Jazz fan, you should be liking and subscribing the video. All right, let's talk about the Suns, then we'll talk about the Jazz. Just a few thoughts on the Suns. Ryan Dunn is really a remarkable defensive player. Consistent. He is going to be such a weapon for them. It's no surprise that he is starting for them and doing a lot of things. He has great size. Tonight he was 1 for 3 from 3, but his shot looks pretty good to me. If he's just shooting corner threes and making plays offensively, and then on the defensive end, he made some big plays for this Suns team. He is a perfect fit next to a team that has some real high volume scorers in Durant and Booker. So that was a great pick for the Suns. The only thing for them is they need him to develop as fast as he can. So the more minutes he gets, the better, because the more time he's on the floor, the better he'll get. Kevin Durant was Kevin Durant. He's amazing. He's just one of the greatest of all time. 25 points, 7 assists, 1 steal, 5 rebounds. He just does everything. He's got that one-legged mid-range pull-up that, kind of a fadeaway. It's like a Dirk type shot, and it's unguardable because of his size. He's unbelievable. And you just got to give him credit. The fact that he's doing this at this age, post Achilles injury and all the stuff, it's just pretty remarkable. So it's fun to watch him play. I know this Suns team has some real flaws, honestly, at the center position. They just can't seem to find what they need. Mason Plumlee played 22 minutes tonight. I guess he was a plus 22, so maybe he's the best player on the team. I don't know. But this Suns team, it's just strange that they cannot seem to find a groove, because the talent is really good. Devin Booker and Kevin Durant is as good an offensive duo as you're going to find. So, I don't know. Pretty remarkable. Christian House Money to Haas, member for 40 months. House Money, I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for being a part of the channel. Anyone else, if you want to be as cool as House Money, join the channel. Jazz are showing a masterclass on how to tank the right way. Absolutely. And Utah, if you look at it, guys, this was a big-time loss. And I'm watching so close. Look at this. Toronto's playing Detroit tonight, and they are down by 3 as of recording this video. Toronto is just 1 game up on Utah. If Utah can get to this 2 spot. By the way, New Orleans has Zion Williamson back, who looks good. He got suspended because I guess he was late for the flight. He was getting some beignets and didn't get there on time. And they've left him alone. They still won. So this Pelicans team is going to start winning. Toronto's going to start winning. Charlotte has some nice young talent. They're going to keep playing. Brandon Miller's going to play. LaMelo Ball. They don't have a good offense, but there's always going to be nights where they have bigger outputs. And I think it's 100% in play. Utah can kind of solidify the number 2 spot. I put an article on SLC Dunk. I'll do a video here. Trades for Colin Sexton. I'll do a video version of that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow, although I think Utah plays tomorrow, so I'll be here. Utah's got to do it because, you know what? The young rookies are starting to look nice, and we're going to talk about it here. But this number 2 spot is going to look nice. And if the floor for this Jazz team in the lottery is number 6, I'm all about it. Absolutely could not be more excited to have the Jazz lock in a number 6 pick in a draft that has some really, really nice guys in that top 7. Absolutely. So, anyways, just thoughts on Devin Booker. 12 for you can't argue with these numbers. That's bonkers stuff. 34 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. He did a great job. Kevin Durant was also great. For whatever reason, he's a -9. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Sometimes plus-minus doesn't make any sense. And then they've got Bradley Beal coming off the bench. Worst contract in the NBA. What makes it so bad is there's no trade clause. We were even talking about it during the live stream. Like, is there something Utah could do to get like 4 first-round picks and somehow helps facilitate a Bradley Beal trade by, because let's say Utah wins Cooper Flag and they want to go for DeBonsa next year, and you're like, well, maybe we can make something happen with Lauri Markkanen because the contracts kind of match. You can't, because Bradley Beal has a no trade clause. So the Suns are absolutely unbelievable how they can't trade that contract. Winry, Hi, Winry. Shout out to Winry. House Money, you got yourself a golden daughter, and her name is Winry. And Winry, you've got a pretty cool dad. Just gonna say it, okay? Just gonna say it. All right, so that's all I got on the Phoenix Suns tonight. Let's talk about this Utah Jazz team who's making me more and more and more happy as time goes on. I guess the ads want to get me running. You're hurting my feelings. Algorithm! I'm doing my best. I'm going to the gym. I'm walking on the treadmill. I'm doing my best, okay? Also, I don't want hokas. All right, so the Utah Jazz. We've got the starting lineup that makes me happy, but they have lineups running right now that make me so happy. Say hello to our new friend, Elijah Harkless. He comes in, and I'm so happy. They don't even know who he is. They don't even have a picture for him. Look at that. No picture. Sorry, Elijah. Eli Harkless was a -3. He got 9 minutes. Those were my favorite 9 minutes of the night. Can we get 24 minutes of Elijah Harkless, please? Can we replace the Sexton minutes with Elijah Harkless? And I'm stoked, baby. I'm stoked if we can do that. And can we, trade John Collins for, a ham sandwich and put in Oscar Tshiebwe? He's literally the greatest rebound in the history of the G League now. He is averaging 20 rebounds a game, I believe. It's bonkers. Oscar Tshiebwe does rebounding better than I've done anything in my life. And so it would be kind of fun to just watch Oscar Tshiebwe for the rest of the season get rebounds for all the Jazz misses. So Elijah Harkless misses the shot, and Oscar Tshiebwe gets the rebounds, and I'm excited for that. I'm wanting that. I'm excited for that. Give me more of that. 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up for Winry, baby. By the way, guys, it's a little bit of a delay. I switched it to normal latency instead of late latency. What that means is I get subtitles on this, which I actually think helps with the algorithm. They read what I say, and I think it helps me get some views, but it does give me a delay on when you say something and I see it, I guess. I don't know. Maybe you can tell a difference. Maybe not. I don't know. All right, so Micah Potter gets the start tonight. Shout out Micah Potter. Tanka Potter. I'm loving I love it. Hey, he can shoot the ball. He can make some field goals. He had 5 points and he was a -7. That's all you want. That's all you need. I'm excited about it. Lauri Markkanen, kind of going through a slump. In fact, I don't know if it's going to include tonight's numbers, but it feels like he's having kind of a down year. And I know everyone wants to say like, oh, well, Mike Conley. Well, you know what? Kevin Durant and Devin Booker would be doing better if everything got set up for them real nice on a nice silver platter too, right? That's like every player in the NBA. It's kind of like in the NFL when someone says, oh, you know what? If you just give so-and-so an incredible offensive line, then they'll have time to make the throws. Well, then every quarterback in the NFL would be really good, right? At a certain point, you've got to be able to overcome the downsides of what you're doing. Does anyone think that if Kevin Durant came to the Utah Jazz, he wouldn't average 25 a night on incredible efficiency? You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter who's around him. He's going to be elite. And so that's why I don't like giving players too much of an excuse. Sorry. We're the honesty show. We're not the excuse show. So anyways, Markkanen this season's averaging 20 points, down 3 from last year and even 2 more from the year before. He is down 7%, or it looks 6% on his field goal percentage, 3% on his threes. Not great. And he's also down, well, his free throw percentage is good, actually. So it's just kind of interesting, something to watch. Yes, he's playing with guys like Collier, Keontae George. Collier is actually setting him up better if you look at the numbers. I think Dre put out something like that. That was really interesting. I can't remember. But just like the amount of assists he's getting from Collier, pretty good. I actually feel like Keontae sets him up pretty well, to be honest. I know it's not at as high a rate of Collier. Collier also can't shoot, so he moves the ball more often than Key does. Key will take shots because he can shoot. But anyways, it's interesting. I don't know what to take of that. It's a down year. He's playing with, not as high a level talent, high level playmakers as maybe last year and definitely the year before. Last year, he's getting set up by like Olynyk and other veteran players. This year, not so much. And he's getting more emphasis than ever on the defensive side. So that probably is why. Still putting up 24, 4, and 2, though, on, not the best efficiency tonight, but overall for the season, pretty good. So can't complain. Walker Kessler, 7. Winry is a big Jazz fan. She cried at the last game when we went and lost. Oh, was that the Hawks game with the half court by Trey? Many apologies, Winry. That would be traumatizing. But I tell you what, you know how nice Winry will be a fan of Cooper Flagg if we get him. Cooper Flagg scored 42 today, guys, with 7 assists and like 6 rebounds or something like that. He shot 4 for 6 from 3, and he's the best defender in the country. That's Cooper Flagg for you, baby. It is capture the flag time. This is the flagship lineup. I can't remember, who said that in the playback, but it was an incredible line. This is the flagship team. We are going for Cooper Flagg. He is the absolute answer to all that ails us. And if you get Cooper Flagg on this Jazz team, things get interesting really fast. Oh, man, I was begging us to lose that Philly game. Sorry, Winry. It's probably my fault. Walker Kessler continues to be incredible. I can't remember. I think it was Clint Nielsen on the playback while my internet dropped. Stupid internet. Although, by the way, my internet's getting a little better. Notice that I'm not having any skips. It's like referees. No one says anything when stuff's going well. They only say things if the sound didn't quite go perfectly or that the video dropped. Not when it's going well. Anyways, Walker Kessler has the highest field goal percentage in the NBA, and I think that doesn't even matter with minimums. Maybe not, but if you put in like minimum 500 minutes or something like that, Walker Kessler is the #1 field goal percentage guy. Playing incredible. Look at this, 16 and 13 with 2 blocked shots. All of a sudden, Walker Kessler, core piece. Last year was not looking like it. This year, looking very much so. And so Utah is, they are going to try to trade Colin Sexton, John Collins, and Jordan Clarkson, obviously. It's just the question of if anyone wants them. And I tell you what, I did that Colin Sexton trade piece on SLC Dunk. It's really hard to find contracts that match. And I tell you what, it kind of, when I was talking about this on the playback, but when I was in college, I took screenwriting. I minored in creative writing because I just wanted to, who cares what your minor is? I just picked something that I would enjoy, and I took screenwriting and all these things because I wanted to learn what it takes to write a movie. I've written a novel, I've written a screenplay, and what that does is makes you appreciate how hard it is to write a screenplay, how hard it is to make a good movie. Even movies like Sonic the Hedgehog and movies like that probably aren't getting any sort of accolades, still hard to write. Still hard to write a movie that fits all the different rules and boundaries and things you're supposed to do in a screenplay. Still impressive, still hard to do. So anyways, I was thinking about that. And I said, you know what? I keep complaining that the Jazz need to trade Colin Sexton. I need to go do it myself. And guess what? It is hard. It is very hard. To trade Colin Sexton, Utah's basically going to have to kind of give him away for no picks. This is from Winry, $2. Winry! Shout out to Winry, $2. I appreciate it, Winry. Freaking best Jazz fan I've ever known. I don't know. All right, so sometimes I don't know what to say. Anyways, it's hard, but it's doable, and Utah needs to do their job. Do the job, because you know what's really cool? Having Cooper Flagg. You know what I mean? That's really cool. And I tell you what, this is the other thought I had while writing it. How many of you, if the Jazz were in the draft, would trade Colin Sexton to move up and get Cooper Flagg or Dylan Harper or Ace Bailey? Right? How many of you would trade Colin Sexton for that player? I bet a lot of you would. I know I would. The idea is do it now. You're trading to move up in the draft now. Not then. Not when you've gone in the lottery as the 5th or 6th team and you lose because you have bad odds and that you're also too high and you drop even farther. Trade up in the draft now. And how you do that? Because now you can trade to anyone, and you can give them Colin Sexton for nothing. A bag of chips and a pickle and a sandwich from Subway, okay? And you get there. KG10 to TH5, thank you so much. Where there's a Will Hardy, there's a Shebway. Oh my gosh. That's well done, well done, well done. Where there's a Will Hardy, there's a Shebway. That's incredible. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? Do it now. Trade up now. Shout out to Winry. Probably got a better vertical than I do, I can tell you that much. Anyways, that's the idea. Do it now. Trade up in the draft, but do it now. Because in that draft, no one's going to want to trade with you. But right now, there's a few teams out there that might be willing to get Colin Sexton. Like, go get something done with Denver right now. Call Denver, make it happen, give them Colin Sexton for nothing, and you're good to go, right? Because what matters is losing games. Utah is right there. It's so close you can taste it. You can taste it. It's right there. It's right there. That fruit is right at the bottom of that tree to just pluck. And all you have to do is some hard things. And they're not even hard. Just do it. Who cares? Who cares? Just do it. Go down the water slide. You know, scary for a second, but you'll be glad you did. Okay, so I wanted to talk about Isaiah Collier. We talked about Colin Sexton, but he hasn't been shooting it particularly great the last few days. Another reason to make a trade right now. But good enough. 47% from the field is decent. It's actually very good. The three just hasn't been falling for him lately very much. But still, 20 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Also, shout out to the people that said I'm crazy online. I tell you what, yes. If you, I don't know. I tell you what, what the funniest thing ever is I spent like 3 or 4 hours researching that trade article. Like, honestly, hours to find something that works, because I use sites that force me to do things that fit within the rules. I use Spot Track. It's freaking hard. And it's so funny. You'll like hours and hours and hours with a very clear vision of what you want to do with the team, and you'll post it. Worst trade I've ever seen. How could you do that? And it's like, bro, go away. Go away. Anyways, Isaiah Collier is starting to turn into something really fun. We could already see it from the beginning of the year, but he's getting more confident. What made me excited was this three-point shot. In fact, let's refresh this and see if the replay's there. Absolutely. Let's watch it. Look how smooth this corner three was from Isaiah Collier. Watch this. Just sitting in the corner. He's going to get this shot. Watch how smooth that was. Oh, my gosh. You guys, you see what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? Absolutely incredible form, smooth as butter. That was exciting to see. And those are the little victories you've got to take from these games, because if Collier's shooting like that and he gets confident and can just knock those down, how cool is that? Right? Collier off the bench, if he's able to knock down threes like that, becomes a really, really nice weapon. A really nice weapon. And so that's just fun to watch. Let's see. We're not talking about the Suns anymore. Colin Sexton, we already talked about him. Filipowski had a couple nice steals in this one that he turned into fast break points. His shooting has slumped off a little bit here, especially the three-point shot. You know, he'll figure it out, but I'm excited for post-trade deadline where he inevitably gets more and more minutes. He needs more minutes because he needs to develop, and he's turned into something really nice. And for a second-round pick, he's going to arguably be one of the best second-round picks. I mean, the best second-round pick for the Utah Jazz ever, wasn't it? Paul Millsap? Wasn't Paul Millsap second-round pick? I can't remember. But anyways, Filipowski could turn into something really nice, but he needs time to develop. That's the name of the game this year. Svi Mikhailuk ended up tapering off, but my gosh, at the beginning of the game, he was looking like freaking Pistol Pete, and then it slowed down, but he had 7 assists in this one. He shot 6 for 15, but to begin the game, he was hitting everything, and he was doing these loop-de-doos and whippity-wahs and doing things that Pistol Pete does, and it was hurting my feelings. This game was closer than it should have been because of Svi Mikhailuk. Guys, I tell you what, this was far and away the best game of Cody Williams' career so far. He should be ecstatic. He was 5 for 10 from the field, 50%. He was 2 for 4 from 3. He had some turnovers, yes, and they were a little bit ugly, but that's okay. That's what you're trying to figure out. And look at that, 2 assists, 13 points, a +7. That's the first positive plus minus I think we've seen from him all year. He has been kind of one of the leaders in the negative. And so to see him have a positive plus minus, he plays good defense too. So when he starts figuring all these things out and you've got that defense, I'm not going to lie. Did I just have a ghost walk by? What the heck? Something like caught the corner of my eye over here, which is just kind of empty room. And then I have my light here and my light just went like this. Just went like from, what the heck? Ooh, it's cold in here too. Ah! No, the ghost of Quinn Snyder's not happy about rookies getting minutes. Anyways, back to the show. What the heck? Get out of here, ghost. Get out of here. So anyways, Cody Williams, 5 for 10 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3, 13 points. I was just super excited. And he brings, I mean, he's so long and he's so tall and he's so big, guys. This is exciting stuff. This was an exciting game to watch in terms of Isaiah Collier, who, by the way, Collier goes out 8 assists in 26 minutes per 36. What is that? That's like 12 assists if he's playing 36 minutes. I don't know, guys. He's a really nice player. The ghost, it's absolutely. He heard me giving Cody Williams props and trading Colin Sexton and was like, nope. Anyways, Cody Williams with the defense he brings, his length and size. He's a smart player too. He's super unselfish. He's got to learn to not be selfish because he's got to get out of his comfort zones. And that's what this season's all about. I'm really happy. You got to be happy if you're a Jazz fan because you're losing games, the rookies are developing, and Utah needs to take this to the next level. Because guess what? Keontae George is not sitting this whole season. He's not going to be sitting for too long. And, you know, John Collins, I'm sure, is enjoying rehabbing his hip in Cancun right now on a beach chair in the nice sun with the beach rolling up at his feet. I mean, it sounds amazing. I hope he has the best vacation right now. Maybe the Bahamas. I don't know. Where do you think? Bahamas, Cancun, just sipping something delicious and reading a book. I hope he's having the best time. And just stay in Cancun, John Collins. It's on us. Season ticket holders, ticket people who buy Jazz SEG Plus. Absolutely. I hope you're having a great time, John Collins. But stay in Cancun, please. We need to lose these games. Finally, not a lot else to say. Drew Eubanks had 11 rebounds. He is kind of a fun big. I'm not going to lie. He's not like a winning player if he's doing more than being like your third center, maybe second if you're really top loaded as a team. But man, is he kind of fun. And he's super tough. So pretty nice. And Patty Mills slowly getting into tank commander status. We should run Patty Mills into the ground because if he's putting up these types of numbers, absolutely positive stuff. Guys, I don't know what else I got to say. I am really, look at this. Toronto, this thing is annoying me. Toronto takes the lead 66-65, baby, at half. And guess who's back? Ochai Agbaji, the one who got away. And they got Isaiah Quickly back. He's playing. They're even playing Bruce Brown. I'm sure they're trying to showcase him for trades. But if it gets a few wins, I ain't going to complain. I ain't going to complain whatsoever. Because look at this. Toronto is 1 game up on the Jazz. That's right. Patty is captain of the flagship. I love that, by the way. Flagship is incredible. That has legs. Utah can jump Toronto. Utah plays tomorrow, so we'll all be talking to you tomorrow. They play Brooklyn, but then guess who they play next? Charlotte. A loss to Charlotte is massive, absolutely massive. And so Utah, time to what is it? Who was it? Nancy Kerrigan, this thing. Just kidding. Nope, just kidding. Don't cancel me. But anyways, you've got to figure this out and you've got to get to the top because 42 points from Cooper Flagg is just incredible. Could you imagine a player on the Jazz going 42, 7, and 6, shooting 4 for 6 from 3, and playing first team all defense type defense? I don't know. That would be great. Ochai Agbaji's played pretty well there. It didn't seem like it was working out here for whatever reason. I kind of was sad that we sent Ochai Agbaji away. I'll be honest, because who cares about freaking Kelly Olynyk? Why did we do? I don't know. Oh, well, we sent Olynyk and Agbaji to Toronto, which I guess got us Filipowski. Didn't that turn into Filipowski? I can't remember. So I guess, would you rather have Ochai Agbaji or Kyle Filipowski? That's the question. Probably Ochai Agbaji. He's just kind of fun. I don't know. But Filipowski might turn into something great. He's already looking really good. So either way, you're probably same caliber of player. Obviously different positions. Let's see. It is now time to do our nightly... Whoops. Oh, crud. What did I just do? No! I just started a program. I got to exit out. Sorry, guys. This is live. Okay. We're back. Sorry. I just gave myself a pat on the back, and that was a fail. A fail! All right, we're back. So we're going to do our... I accidentally clicked a thing, and I think that's what did it. Daggone it. But anyways, we got to start the music. All right, so we are going to see what would happen if the lottery was today. Are you guys nervous? I'm nervous. I get nervous every time because I try to put myself in the future as if it's lottery night. So what would happen if it were today? Let's go. Here we go. No way. Jazz dropped 4 spots. Phoenix wins the number 1 pick, which goes to Houston. Could you imagine Houston getting... Oh my gosh. If Cooper Flag went to this Houston team... Portland jumps 5, Brooklyn jumps 3, Philadelphia jumps 4, Utah falls to 9. If you ever had a reason to stay at 2, because look at that, Washington gets the 5 and New Orleans gets the 6. This is the nightmare scenario. That's why you trade Colin Sexton now, because you guys want the number 9 pick. That gets you Con Canopal. All that work for Con Canopal. Ugh. Nolan Traore jumped to 7, it looks like. Jack Husson is still staying strong at 6. That's interesting. A lot of people are frustrated with Ace Bailey right now. What a bummer, man. Gotta keep losing those games. Gotta rise. Because, oh my gosh, would that be an absolute nightmare to see something like that happen. Oh, I don't even like to think about it. It hurts my heart. All right, guys. Shout out to Winry and Christian House Money to Haas. Let's give a shout out to the All-Stars tonight, guys. If you want to support the channel, please join. I appreciate it. All who do and support. Really do. Let's give a shout out to Ryan Edward Perry, the legend, Baby Elliot Madsen, see ya, Alexa later, Christian House Money to Haas, and Winry, the Outlaw Jesse James Nelson, Jordan the Goat Besserell, Austin R. Grant Editor Extraordinaire, KG10 to TH5, and Patrick Akubo, the Connoisseur. All right, guys, like and subscribe. I will talk to you next time.